Good day all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your financial market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Monday, the 12th of July, 2021, just after 5:10 p.m. Central Time. So I'm on time. I'll have a normal night tonight, I hope. A mixed bag, but a nice rally today again in the S&P, the Dow, the NASDAQ, and even the Russell came a bit alive here. The question is, can the market hang on? And I say that because tomorrow, that is Tuesday, you're going to get CPI numbers, and I think on Wednesday we get the PPI number. This market's going to be looking at those really hard, trying to figure out, is inflation taking hold? The guess is that we're going to see a June number showing a 0.05%, so that's not 5%, a half a percentage point increase in June over May. We'll see if it meets the estimate. No news really taking place yet out of OPEC. We have two important reports this week coming in energy. We have the IEA report showing demand, what they think is going to be going on in the world, U.S. demand, everything there. And then OPEC's report coming out, what they think. Should get very interesting. I did see that Saudi Arabia allowed Asia to buy its normal contract amounts from 6 bidders. Now they said their full contractual amount. I wonder if they've been holding things back or if that's their way of saying they're actually increasing production a little bit. Not quite certain. Dollar index up today at the expense of some of the currencies, and that got the metals going. So as you take a look at the S&P, what can I tell you? Up another 1/3% right now as we're talking, another new all-time high. You can see how the market's reached up here. The pattern has been pretty consistent of higher lows, higher highs. Deep breaks, when they do occur to this 18-day average, have done just what I described each time. They've proven to be short-lived as the market climbs back up, and in each time, at least recent history, the market is going on to make a new all-time high. Eventually these patterns will end. I don't know when, where, and I don't look for them. I look for things to stay as they are until they don't stay as they are. So bias up, trend up, deep breaks still offering opportunities on the long side, looking now for the 4410 zone in the S&P. When you look at this part of it, the slow stochastic, it's embedded. Now, if you have not taken my enhanced Bollinger Band course, you should take it. What I teach there, I think really opens up your eyes as to something you've never seen. At least I don't think you have. I could be wrong on it. I don't know everything out in the world there, but I don't think what I show you've seen anywhere else. And it's how I tie together stochastics with that. I might do a reverse course teaching the stochastics with it so you get both sides of it. I'm debating about that. I don't want to confuse people. But each of these breaks, when you're embedded, is offered an opportunity, in my eyes, looking for higher numbers. Now, those higher numbers are both a Bollinger Band and a window envelope. I do not show window envelopes in these videos. Those are in my paid subscriber videos. They get everything I've got. In the NASDAQ, embedded reading, what does that tell you? That you know what I'm saying? I'm saying you're buying breaks because the pros are buying those breaks. Where? I teach it in that course. Target is still the 15,046 level. What about the Dow? Fully embedded reading. I don't care about that other noise. I care that the market allowed you into this thing, and it's been running ever since. And I applauded Friday. You heard my voice. I was so happy. And that's because I've been telling my clients on the long side of the market what I think they should be doing. And you like when you say to do something, that something happens. We have enough of these where I get the shots through me, if you will, where I'm wrong in the market. Everybody has wrong trades. Everybody. The key is maintaining risk control, keeping your wits about you, accepting the fact that every trade's going to not always work, and you have to not forget the trade unless you did everything right and it just didn't work, and then you forget it. If you did something wrong, you want to remember what you did wrong and learn from that. That is such a thing to learn in trading, because the market is not your enemy or your friend. You're the one that has to figure out what to do. Lower highs, lower lows coming up for resistance in the Russell. This has been the weak sister. It found its support where I thought it would and shared that with you, the 100-day average in the lower Bollinger Band, and it held that. That doesn't mean it's bullish. It's still very much in the bear camp, and the big boys might be even selling the market here with stops over that number. Wouldn't surprise me. In the VIX cash, the trend is up unless you get down and through 1608. At that point, you'll have lower highs, lower lows, and maybe a run to 1395. I'm going to repeat that. If you get that run down there and you hit that number, I am going to expect that the pros write puts with the goal of coming back from 1395 to the 18-day average of closes. Got that? In the SEP bonds, the market is pulled back from being 3 days over the upper Bollinger Band and starting to pull back in a breakdown. I don't know where the right high and low is here, so I put a high there and looking at the market, which one's the right low and a high? I think the chart is still a mess. I know you don't agree with me yet, but this is so unusual. It's very difficult to deal with. You had a pattern here, if you come back with me, to an outside day down. If you take out the high of an outside day down within 2 trade sessions, you did it there. I'm looking for the Bollinger Band as a minimum with the stop under that number. Bingo. So that's what I was looking for, but it still didn't set up a trend. I see the trend in the 10-year notes. The pattern's nothing like in the other. Higher lows, higher highs. You are overbought. You didn't embed. So to correct an overbought condition, you either try to embed or you break down. Could go sideways in that action for a while, but it's generally one of those two. Wouldn't be surprised if the CPI number gives us the discussion to take that question out of the equation. The dollar index, when you lose an embedded reading, with a reading under 79, you didn't get it right here, or did you? Let me walk you through this. Right there. What do you think you do when that occurs? I know what I teach. I teach that when that occurs, now you're looking for the 18-day average of closes. And the market's right there. And you're still, it's interesting, you still have the pattern of a higher low, higher high, but momentum was lost to the upside. It needs to be totally lost by both numbers under 70. You don't have it yet. Then you're not overbought. And if the market starts up again, then your target's here. But this is going to be a difficult one right now. I'm going to ask my IT person to look over at the charts. We had a box pop up there. And if he'll help me, there we go. And as we come to the eurocurrency, we have a lower high, lower low market doing what? Momentum up, trend down, bias down. Everything's not gelling. British pound, higher lows, higher highs. I didn't understand this market today. You know, they're trying to do July 19th a lift off of restrictions. And they're back up to setting a monster number of new cases of the Delta variant of COVID-19, and they want to remove face controls and allow people to come in. First of all, why would you go to the UK if that's going on? Big problem. I don't understand the thinking of the health ministry or Mr. Johnson on that. I would think you want to keep people out and control it rather than worrying, gee, I don't want to close my economy. You get this thing running rampant, you got a problem. And in America, we have that. There's plenty of people that don't want to get vaccinated, and they're going to start flooding the hospitals. You watch. You don't have to believe me. You watch. I mean, I watch the medicine. I believe what the doctors say, and I know you think I'm a fool for that, but I do believe it. Lower highs, lower lows, trend down, bias down. Until you get back over these highs, this market could be headed back to the 31,068, and then the big battle starts because people will say, what if it gets under 31,000? In BZU, which is Brent versus WTI, we got as low recently as $1.50. We're back up to $1.78 difference, but as long as it stays under here, it means that Brent is weaker than the WTI, our oil. You've got a higher high, lower low. I don't see a trend out of September Brent. When I come over now to WTI, this is going to be the August, and I didn't want it to be August. I'll move you over into the Septembers now. I was doing that part of it today, and I forgot to do it on this chart that I use here. I've done it for my other clients on the other charts, the paid subscribers. Higher high, lower low, drifting here the same way. Gasoline, well, you try to rally. Now you've got a new thing. You can remove that and say you got lower highs, lower lows. I left that on intentionally. I wanted to see what that looks like. So you put it all together. I think the CPI is going to be the number of the day. I think you got to watch it hard and trade it right after the algorithm people get out of your way. Let them make their moves before you. You can't beat them. Not that they're better traders. They're so much faster than you are. As fast as you think entering your order on the different systems out there, nah. They have a different level of fiber optics. They come into the exchange on a different feed. They have an edge. Doesn't mean they're going to win off that edge. They provide the liquidity. I want to remind you that every morning what I said I do, it's about you having your own trading ideas, and I want to be the mentor. I want to be the guy that you go to in the morning and say, I want to see what Ira says about the metals. I want to see what he's saying about the stock indices. I'm looking to buy or sell. What is he saying? And at 5:40 in the morning, I start recording. I'm going to cover 40 some odd charts for you, give you the news of the day from Asia, Europe, what the US is looking for. You're going to be getting 24 videos every 30 days typically. Now, I do take a vacation every now and then. I'm entitled. And there are exchange holidays. But barring those, unless I'm really ill, you're getting an awful lot of videos. I can put you in contact with subscribers that'll tell you I really put out a lot of data. $7.95 for the first 30 days, and then after that, you decide. If you like it so much you want to buy a one-year subscription, instead of the $15 for 30 days, you can buy it all up front for $156. I think it works out to $13 a month. Not a bad deal for that much time. To find out more, go to our website under the word research. I'm Ira Epstein. Good seeing you, and I'll see you tomorrow.